Yeah, something else that's just been announced is that Twitter is going to be opening up trading through eToro for stocks and crypto, maybe also custody. Basically, Elon Musk is turning Twitter into the Western WeChat. For those that don't know, WeChat is an application in China, kind of looks like WhatsApp, but you can pay and do like most of what you want to do in your life through WeChat. It's also connected to their social credit system.
So
So,
So hold on a sec. So Elon Musk is turning Twitter into a crypto wallet trading platform, or is that just going to be integrated into it?
I have no idea what it's going to look like.
They haven't announced it
I
fully.
just know the news. They haven't announced the way that it's going to look. The point is that you'll be able to hold, buy, sell crypto and stocks, as well as transfer to other people. Like if I want to send you some cash, then I can do it through Twitter.
Mm.
So I can maybe speak on this a little bit from what I've heard. So then again, this is just off the top of my
This is
head.
new to me.
Yeah, I think that so Elon Musk, what he's done is I think that he's trying to fold Twitter into X.com, like a parent company called X, and it'll be a
Yep.
subsidiary. Twitter will be a subsidiary along with Tesla and SpaceX, and I think the Boring Company and his brain, the brain company. So I think those will all
Neuralink, I think it's called, or something
Neuralink,
like that.
yeah. So those will all be a subsidiary of X.com.
Mm.
And so now what he wants to do with Twitter is that there is an app called WeChat in China, and it's pretty much the everything app. So you can pay your bills, you can text people, you can communicate, all this stuff through this app called WeChat, and it functions similar to Twitter in China. And with Elon Musk, he has experience in that space, obviously with PayPal, right? And so, every time I go to the United States, I'm surprised at how hard it is to send somebody cash. It's much easier in places that have, like in Canada, we have the Interact network. I can just email money transfer somebody up to three grand, whereas it's way harder to do that in the States. So there is the opportunity there for him to kind of make Twitter into the everything app. I think that's where he's going with it.
Yeah, there was also a announcement he made last week as well, too, in his timeline, where monetization is going to be enabled and broadened, and they're going to let creators keep 100% of the monetization, I think, for the next year, if I understood it correctly, for things like longer form video content and what was the other one that they were talking about?
Newsletters.
Newsletters, yeah, stuff like that. So that'll be good because, I mean, Twitter is right now the only large mainstream free speech platform. Everywhere else you get censored. So that'll be interesting. I mean, if you can do like a full podcast on Twitter and say whatever the fuck you want, however the fuck you want to say it. I mean, as long as you're not, collaborating to invade another country or something, like absurd like that, obviously. But that'll be great. That'll be fantastic, man. That'll give us another Rumble. That'll give us another platform that lets you sort of chop up ideas that you want to chop up in a free way where you're not going to be throttled back. So we'll see how that goes too.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how there was a spat that Elon had with a guy maybe a month or two ago, how they were talking about the ad rates and about how the people that run the ads in Twitter are so incompetent in that Instagram has sky high ad rates. Facebook, Google, Twitter, it was just the worst for their ad algorithm. There's a lot of potential there if he can figure out a way to monetize it.
Well, they're breaking even now. He made that announcement, I guess, because of the verification badges they're now paid for, which I don't mind paying for. I don't give a shit. But I mean, like, they're breaking even now, so they're not losing money anymore. Which is a start. But I mean, the way that he runs businesses, he's gonna be turning this thing into a cash cow in the next few years for sure.
Yeah, I think all of his businesses, like when he started with Tesla, like it was in the hole, and it's like I think Jason Calacanis lent him the money for the initial Roadster.
Mm-hmm.
If he wouldn't have got that money, they would have been toast. Same thing with SpaceX. They were down to their last rocket, and then they were just like, okay, if this doesn't work, the company's done, and it worked. They got the contract from NASA, and then So it's kind of been this way with all the companies that he's kind of taken over. It's always been chaos at first, and then
and everybody else is gonna try to catch up with them. Like Meta's introducing the paid blue tick, and everybody else is gonna try to catch up with Twitter.
That makes sense. Did you guys see the sit-down interview he did with the BBC earlier this week?
That was fantastic.
Yes.
That is a masterclass in how to handle the media coming at you in bad faith. That was incredible.
You lied.
Yeah.
It's just absurd. You can't see through that. You can't see through anything.
I saw somewhere during the week, and it said when you see the word news, just say narrative instead, because it makes things a lot. Makes things a lot easier. It's all narrative. It's not reporting anything. It's just here's our narrative, and we're going to show you a couple of sound bites to fit our narrative and a confirmation bias, and you'll go off. But it's I mean, when we were growing up, it was like the news was the news. It was some old dude came on at 6 o'clock and generally read out what happened without any spin. Nowadays, everything is spin.
Yeah.
It's funny just because out of all the people, look, people need to know that the media are not your friends. Like they don't give a fuck about you. They just want that gotcha moment.
Government too, man.
Yeah, and they can point and say, "Hi, look, I gotcha, Elon. I gotcha." But this guy, like Elon, he knows. Like in 2021, Elon was the Times Person of the Year, and he went from that in 1 year to being like the Nazi right wing, just within 1 year, though, right? It's because it's just like Elon bad, Elon bad, Elon bad. Okay, Elon bad now. Okay, Elon bad, Elon bad. The media just
wasn't Hitler Times Person of the Year in like 1939, and Stalin was Times Person of the Year at some point too.
But it's just illustrative of how this guy was a hero of the environmental movement for years, and just because he advocates for free speech, then you've got liberals in California selling their Tesla stock and selling their cars because the guy dared let everyone have an opinion, and
they're a cult.
But you can.
Sorry, let me just go for a quick. I think it's because he took their baby, though, right? That Twitter it's all the blue check marks on Twitter are mostly media personalities and journalists.
Yeah.
And he kind of took that away from them in the same way that, Trump took away their baby, their first female president. He took it away, and they'll never be able to forgive him for that. Same thing with this Elon Musk and Twitter. He's persona non grata. They will never forgive him for taking away their baby. They could use to silence people.
But did you guys see that exchange between Elon Musk and what's his name, Captain Kirk? What's that Canadian actor's name?
Shatner.
William Shatner. William Shatner was publicly complaining on Twitter about having to pay to maintain his verification badge. Dude, you're loaded, and you're complaining about paying like 10 or 12 or whatever it happens to cost per month to maintain the verification status, because he's arguing, well, I've always been verified. Why do I have to pay now? And like Elon Musk chimes in, he's like, everybody pays. If you don't like it, basically go away.
It's quite amazing that those who, when you complain about raising taxes a small increment, they'll tell you, oh, it's only a tiny raise. It's only like $45 a month extra in your property taxes. Those same people then will complain about paying $8 a month for verification. Yeah, you can always cough up more taxes, but they can't cough up $8.
Clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here. That clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here, and pin down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.